There are a lot of false narratives right now going on about Kendrick Lamar and his show over there in Colombia. A lot of people are trying to make a false narrative. A lot of people are just giving false information or reporting false information. So I'm here to make this video to clarify a few things that happened over there at that show in Colombia. Now, when all of this was being reported, nobody gave us a real reason why this was happening. Now, channels like Curacao over there on Twitter were saying that Kendrick Lamar had canceled his concert because of reasons that were currently unknown at the time. Well, that is completely false because we later find out that that isn't the case. It's because of logistical issues. It says here as speculation spread about whether the concert would proceed. Pomo issued a statement on social media announcing the postponement. The company cited logistical difficulties from the promoter and the venue as the reason for the sudden cancellation. Lamar was at the venue prepared to take the stage. So all of these accounts on Twitter talking about ticket sales is a false narrative. People saying that the reason is unknown is a false narrative. Once it was reported that Kendrick Lamar was ready to take the stage, but it was because of logistical issues. This could also be confirmed by Concert Corset. We're there waiting for the concert. And we're getting the same announcement in real time. Well, let's talk about those logistical issues that woman was talking about and that the article was talking about because it appears that might actually be the case. This story had just dropped an hour ago, and it was in regard to the Viva Claro, the stadium that Kendrick Lamar was supposed to perform at. It says that the Viva Claro has structural risk, and the report reveals that these are the concerts that would be in doubt. And this is the article that follows. After the cancellation of Kendrick Lamar's concert due to failures in the permit management process, it was learned about a resolution issued by district entities that indicates that there was a structural risk in Viva Claro. This is Resolution 1423 on September 27, 2025, by the District Secretariat of Government, which also includes the technical concept of the District Institute of Risk Management and Climate Change that supported the cancellation of Kendrick Lamar's concert in Bogota. It says excessive vibration not only causes discomfort to users, but can compromise the integrity, stability, and safety of the structure. The resolution reads similarly in Digger, indicating that until the additional studies are completed and corrective measures are implemented, there are no safety conditions for the use of the stage stands. However, in the September 28th statement, the district entity omitted these reasons and only said that the bitter situation was due to a lack of sufficient and timely information and technical documentation. And as you can see, they have the document. They're talking about the document that's in question. This roughly translates to the resolution indicating that the adder considers that until the results of the studies are obtained and the recommendations and risk reduction measure derived from the studies are implemented, there is currently no clarity to define the safety conditions for the use of the stands of the venue. So the primary concern that it's saying, right here in regard to everything that we've read up until this point, is all about the stands and how dangerous they could be and how much at risk they could be if they continue this concert. There is a structural risk with the stands. And if a lot of people are enjoying the concert, jumping up and down, dancing, and having a good time, there could be a chance of everything collapsing. Everything could fall apart. They're saying the vibration of the music of the sound could even affect the structural balance. Not only are the stands at risk, but also any type of climate change could affect the stadium itself. There's a YouTube channel by the name of Tropicana Colombia that actually talks about the same issue when it comes to climate change. Green Day had performed a month prior to Kendrick Lamar showing up. And they've also talked about the ground level, the climate change that affects the ground level of the concert. Apparently, if it rains, the venue suffers from a lot of mud. And the problem that we talked about in the recent live is that it only has one exit, which could be disastrous in situations like this. And this is exactly what they talk about when Green Day has performed there. And no, because since that's just the field where you stand, the problem was the exit. The exit does keep getting flooded. It's just a pasture at the exit. Exactly. So people complain that in the VIP area, The problem with the mud continues, and when you leave the square, things start to get complicated. So, the Green Day concert was a perfect example of this climate change. When it was raining, there was mud, and the mud got in the ground level of the venue where everybody was chilling at. And it also affects the way that people come in and out because there's only one exit, showing you that there are more problems not only with the structural risk, but also with the climate risk that this building faces. If it were to rain or if there's any type of bad weather that's happening, it could also affect the concert. So, like when Kendrick Lamar was performing in the rain and the concert didn't finish because he could still rock out. I think those are the conversations that the venue has with the artist. If it rains, do we close out the show? If not, do we continue? And that's why you could see Kendrick Lamar perform, because that venue is safe enough for that to happen. So, when you see Kendrick Lamar performing in the rain at a venue, you have to understand it's only because that venue could actually support a concert even if it rains. There could be a climate change that could affect the concert gorget, could affect the venue. Someone even put here in the comments, until the stands fall on them. You were warned not to cry over spilled milk. So this narrative of Kendrick Lamar not performing in Colombia because of ticket sales is ridiculous. Talking about because it's Colombia and because people don't want to see him, or because Colombia is a dangerous place, that's ridiculous. People reporting that it's an unknown issue is completely ridiculous. All of these false narratives are just a waste of time and a waste of space, and they're just using them just for clicks. So a lot of people don't really even know what's going on. They just like to run with narratives without looking up stuff online, without doing their due diligence. Whatever it takes to find out the truth, they just try to ignore it. As you could see, that building is not safe at all. That building looks very dangerous. Doesn't look safe enough for a concert as big as Kendrick Lamar's. The way that people are showing up to Kendrick Lamar's concert should already tell you that if people start jumping on the stands, those shits are going to collapse straight up. There's no in and or but around it. That's what's going to happen. And that's why they had to shut down. Not only that, but when we talk about climate change, if it rains at the venue, people are going to get flooded. It's going to get muddy. There's only one exit. Nobody could get out. Really think about that, because Kendrick Lamar likes to perform in the rain. You've seen him perform in the rain at the other venue. But understand that's only because the venue is safe enough for that to happen. If it's not safe for people to even be there while it rains or while it drizzles, then God forbid something bad happens. If that's the case, that is something that people need to understand. If the venue is safe for me to rock out even in the rain, then I will do it. But if I can't, then I won't, for the safety of my fans. I don't want a Travis Scott situation to happen on my time, on my fans' time. And I don't want this event that was supposed to be good to turn out to be a tragedy. That's the last thing that anybody would want for the people that they actually care about. If you really cared about your fans, you would postpone this until they get everything situated, instead of trying to get them to come to the show so you can make a quick dollar. It says a lot when you're trying to refund the money because you don't want your fans getting hurt. I know it sucks and I know it hurts. It hurts to see people disappointed. I know it sucks when you have to call in or get a day off and then show up to these concerts and then people reschedule. But things like this happen, and I think you have to blame the people. The professionals who make these buildings, these people that are in power, and the people that control this building, trying to look for loopholes and ins and outs when it's not even perfect yet, or when it's not even done yet, or doesn't have the right documentation, or doesn't have the right stamps. Y'all tell me how you feel about this, but without a doubt, a lot of people are making narratives that are completely false. If you look up this building, it looks like it's already shady and people have already reported its shady activity. But y'all tell me how you feel about this and get back to me, man. Big shout outs to everybody that's been showing love and everybody that's been tapping into the live. I appreciate everybody that you see here on the screen. Make sure y'all clap it up for them. Make sure y'all hit the link for the merch. And make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe button, and all that, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Man, peace. Keep it, legends.